the hero of our design aesthetics is the scripture.
Scripture. So
Yeah.
are there more people, more players doing this?
Very frankly, when we were one of the first movers
Wow.
10-12 years back.
Kudos. So welcome to the PDA Show and say hi to my audience, our audience.
Hi everyone.
Yeah.
And I just want to tell you, he always calls himself PA, and it's only for the show that
Damn.
he's using his full name, PDA. Yes,
Because
I
it
have to
makes
spill the beans
sense.
somewhere.
No, but my office calls me PDA.
I'm sure it's after you announce the show.
No. I'm telling you.
Okay.
Only you
But
guys
it suits
named
you
it
better.
PA. Yeah, because I don't like PAs.
It suits you better.
Yeah.
For
that's
obvious reasons.
For obvious reasons, right?
Yeah.
Anyways, don't let people judge me, okay? Anyway, so really, thank you for coming to my show.
Thank you for having me.
And it's been a great pleasure.
Mm-hmm.
It will be a great pleasure to talk about it also.
Of course.
So I think we should start with what Nirvair is, and because that totally defines you. I personally believe that whatever we do really defines us, right?
Yeah.
So your work is your life.
It is, yeah, very major
You're a
part of our
single
lives.
power woman.
Yes, thank you.
So really appreciate it.
Thank you.
So please tell me what Nirvair means and what is it about. Like, I would want you to introduce yourself.
Sure.
I know all about you, but
So yes, hi to the audience of PDA, and I am Priya Kaur. I run my jewelry brand by the name of Nirvair by Priya Kaur, and Nirvair comes from our holy verse. I'm a Sikh, and it comes from our holy verse Nirvair, which means without fear, without hate. And this is something that I've really believed in and tried to adapt in my life since a very early age, and hence I thought I really resonated with it, and hence I resonate, with it as my brand name.
wow.
The only thing is that now I resonate with Nirvair not as without fear, without hate, but more as full of faith and full of love. That's how I define Nirvair. And hence it's
Great. So what is special about Nirvair, the jewelry, and like every brand has something
Yes, a
unique.
USP,
So what is your USP?
So in Nirvair, we primarily design our jewelry around scriptures. So we are into spiritual jewelry, and when we talk about spiritual jewelry, usually people think about spiritual jewelry as astrological jewelry. Where you're using a lot of gemstones, where it's like so and so gemstone will bring you goodness and
Yeah,
so
correct.
and so
The planet,
way,
because
and all
those are
of that.
connected to the planets and all
Yes,
of that.
they
Yeah.
are planetary
Yeah.
gemstones and all of that. But I personally believe
Mhm.
in not selling superstition.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
वैसे हमारी country में religion और superstition they
हाँ,
go hand in
हाँ.
hand. Yeah.
So hence I have not really ventured much into
Religious kind of jewelry.
also superstitious. I mean, in my words, it's superstition. For some people, it could be belief. Where they believe
You're right.
in wearing
You're
that
right.
kind
Absolutely.
of a gemstone.
हाँ, जिसका superstition होता है उसको तो लगता है belief ही है.
हाँ, exactly.
Correct.
There's a very it's not even a thin line.
It's not even a thin line. It's a
It
very
is
strong
perception.
belief.
It's
a perception. Yeah.
Yeah, कि वो belief है या superstition है, वो perception है.
Correct.
So I don't. So when I sell my jewelry, मैं अपने clients को ये नहीं बोलती कि आप ये पहनोगे तो आपके साथ ये अच्छा होगा.
Okay, so you're not selling. Your selling point is not, of course, bring prosperity or this is good for this.
That this is going to change you.
What is the purpose? What is the purpose then?
For me, whatever you're wearing or whatever scripture you're taking, it speaks about you. It is about
related to your identity.
It is related to your identity. It speaks about you. So when a client comes to me and asks me कि मैं क्या लिखाऊं, I'll be like, आप रोज क्या recite करते हो? आप कौन सा एक वर्स या एक लाइन सबसे ज्यादा रिसाइट करते हो, एंड दैट कुड बी समथिंग फ्रॉम अ रिलीजियस बुक और इट कुड बी जस्ट एन एफर्मेशन.
Like, give me an example. What kind of affirmations do you generally sell?
So for example, there is a beautiful line that people get inscribed, which says, Kar man shukar shukar shukrana. It's not from any holy book. It just simply says gratitude.
Yeah.
It just simply says gratitude. You know, there is nothing religious about this verse. It does, okay, very beautiful. Two positive words are sabra and shukra.
Correct.
Parag, it is so beautiful. People across cultures.
Yes.
आप सीख ले लो, पंजाबी ले लो, मुस्लिम ले लो, महाराष्ट्रन ले लो, गुजराती ले लो, सबने अपनी अपनी भाषाओं में उसको इंस्क्राइब करा है.
Affirmation तो affirmation है ना.
Affirmation है. So sabra shukra you cannot relate it to any religion. You know.
वैसे भी हमने देखा ही है, every religion teaches the same thing but in their own form, in their own branding, I would say. It's branded in their own way. They have a mascot, sorry, but
I agree. So I also say this, that religion is a matter of convenience.
Of course.
A lot of us, like I am a Sikh. Okay, now of course Sikhism is the youngest religion that we have. We don't follow any superstitions. The only restriction that we have is that we don't cut our hair.
Correct.
Yeah, that is one thing. So the one thing while growing up is कि मैंने कभी superstitions देखे ही नहीं. I have always seen.
But is it in your family or Sikh as a religion?
As a religion, you're not supposed to cut your hair. Today, if you ask me.
No, I'm talking about the superstition. Like maybe your family was progressive always, and
so superstition is not a part. It's not a part of our religion. If people are, जैसे हमारे में करवा चौथ नहीं है, हमारे में fasting है ही नहीं.
क्या बात कर रहे हो?
पंजाबियों में है, सिखों में नहीं है.
पंजाबियों में
सिखों में नहीं है.
Yeah, normally people tend to
हमारे में in fact कहते हैं कि fasting नहीं करनी.
पगड़ी मतलब पंजाबी.
हाँ, सरदार.
सरदार.
Yeah. So basically हमारे में, so again I'm not delving too deep into
the religion. We're digressing.
Yeah, I'm not getting too deep. What I'm trying to say is, like coming back to what I was saying, कि हम लोगों में बाल काटना मना है, okay? हम लोगों में waxing भी मना है.
अच्छा.
Eyebrows करना भी मना है.
Oh.
You know, are you getting it?
Yeah.
But we do it, right?
Yeah, otherwise
we do it.
That's why Punjabi girls. I get it.
So again, we do it. So hence I say that we all follow our religion as per our own convenience.
Yeah.
That's my meaning when I say that following religion.
Because when you don't, you stop finding logic, especially our generation.
हाँ जी.
Then you stop denying.
कुछ सही गलत नहीं है.
कुछ सही गलत.
Like for me, मैं बाल नहीं काटती हूँ, जो कोई बाल काटता है तो वो गलत नहीं है.
Correct.
तो कहते हैं कि मेरी choice है कि मैं I have chosen to wax, but chosen not to cut my hair. Now coming back to it, that's the reason why I cannot sell what I don't believe in.
Obviously.
You're getting it. So,
conviction कैसे आएगा?
Conviction नहीं आएगा. Yeah. So I cannot tell a client on me that if you wear these words, you know, this good or that good is going to happen. No, if you're wearing that thing and if you truly believe in those words, only then that will manifest in your life.
But then what inspired you to start this line of jewelry? Because I think you've been doing jewelry since 10-12 years.
Yes, almost a decade.
Yeah. So when was the first thought you must be wanting to do jewelry.
Yeah.
Then you must have got interested into this kind of jewelry. Are there any other people particularly anyone who inspired you into doing this?
I'll tell you. So it's very interesting that when I named my brand Nirvair, from no angle was I intending to do spiritual or scripted jewelry.
Really? I was just going to, because I have a very strong belief that first you find a product and then you create a brand around it. So first...
No. So basically when I was still studying when I started my brand. I was still doing my master's when I started my brand. So when I registered... Masters in entrepreneurship.
Oh, you've done that?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Master
हो आप.
पहले से ही पता था कि खुद का धंधा करना है, बस इसलिए entrepreneurship पे कर लिया.
सही है.
So when I registered my brand name by the name of Nirvair, I remember at that time people had told me that it's not very funky, it's not very, this. And at that time I was doing...
Such a nice name.
Yeah. Today people love that name. Today I know people who have named their kids Nirvair, so that's beautiful. And so coming back to what you asked me, I was getting into normal, regular, gold, diamond jewelry, what sells in the market. But because I think I have always been a spiritual person, that name resonated so much for me. And I just had to call, for me it was my baby, right? So I just had to name my baby with something that I could really resonate. It was after around, I registered my company in 2007. It was in 2014 that I started this line of spiritual and scripted jewelry.
After 4 years of
No, more than 4 years, 2014. So that's 4 plus 3, after 7 years. So I registered my company in 2007.
Okay, you just registered, but started doing business.
I started doing business around
Okay.
2010-11. That's when I started. Also because I had never done a job anywhere, you know. So I straight off started my own business. So of course it took me like 2-3 years making a lot of mistakes, where I was only making jewelry for family.
Yeah,
you know,
that's how it
learning,
starts. That's
yeah,
how it starts,
you know, learning on the field. You know, that's how I started.
Correct.
So that's why I say that I actually started like business professionally around 2010, 2011.
But when was the first time you saw anyone with such kind of spiritual jewelry?
No, it was totally new. So I'll tell you what had happened. There was a very close wedding in the family. And so हमारे में क्या है that हम लड़के को कड़ा देते हैं, like when the girls people are going to the boys' house, so they take a
for a roka thing.
It's called a tikka. Basically, it's one day before the actual wedding.
आप लोग के सभी टिक्के होते हैं क्या? मतलब शादी में भी टिक्का, चिकन टिक्का, ज्वेलरी का टिक्का, रिश्ते का टिक्का, आप टिकते हो.
So basically, it's on the day of the mehndi. So the guy is gifted a kada always, and ladko ko it's one of the 2 or 3 jewelry gifts that are given to the guy. So now this was like a very very close wedding, and I was like, यार लड़कों की jewelry बहुत boring होती है.
True.
Yeah. So
लड़के बहुत simple होते हैं actually. No
so
demand.
this is exactly what, you know. So the first kada I designed was actually a men's kada.
Achha.
It was actually a men's kada because I was like, I want to do something interesting in this. Now
Very
the mother of the bride told me that I want to do something where we are blessing the boy. You know, and then
that
I kind
message
of
should go.
brainstormed.
So it's a personalized thing.
Yes. So then I brainstormed and I went like, how about, you know, writing that blessing on that kada.
What an idea, sir.
So that is how and I also वो time पे ये नहीं था कि it will become big or it will become like this.
Obviously, it was the need of the hour. So necessity is the mother of all invention. It's just a proof.
Necessity and also somewhere it was also passion driven because I myself was like, you know,
कुछ तो करके दिखाना है.
इतने सालों से हम सालों से मतलब through centuries we are gifting the groom a kada. और वो ही kada जा रहा है, you know, since centuries. So I was like, अच्छा वो टाइम पे ये भी नहीं था कि कुछ अलग करना है, बस ये था कि लड़कों की ज्वेलरी बड़ी बोरिंग होती है, तो कुछ करना है, कुछ इंटरेस्टिंग करना है. And it was like very very
So what did you do? What did you write?
So the first scripture we wrote was नानक नाम चढ़दी कला तेरे पाने सरबत्ता भला, which only means prosperity. Which simply means prosperity. नानक नाम चढ़दी कला means prosperity. And तेरे पाने सरबत्ता भला, और आपके
होने से सब ठीक रहेगा,
सबका भला होगा. That's about it. And they loved the verse. And it was gifted. Then I made one piece which I used to wear. So in fact, for the longest time, for almost 3 years, we did not get any orders for it because it was very heavy on gold. So it used to not make sense from a sellability point of view. It was over a period of time when people around me told me that, you know, do something about this. This is a very very hot product.
Oh, so you got certain feedbacks.
I got certain feedback. वो लोग price सुन के चुप हो जाते थे.
Because major gold content in your jewelry. But it's a great investment though.
So though it's a great investment, but who were these people who were seeing me wear that kada? Girls who were my age. Okay, now 10 years back. Okay, I was like 26, 27. You know,
शौक ही नहीं आता तब
हाँ, so they were like, यार इतने में तो हम diamond jewelry खरीद लेंगे, हम gold पे क्यों इतना खर्चा करें? And वो time पे I was not doing the diamond version of it.
अच्छा.
I was only doing the gold version.
Okay, so that was only plain gold.
That was only plain gold.
Now you've added diamonds with those.
And I'm telling you, clients help you become more and more creative.
Obviously.
They are the ones who help you explore your creativity.
So in one of our podcasts we said कि सबसे ज़्यादा सिखाता कौन है? Customer is the best teacher.
Customer. कोई कस्टमर ने हमको आके बोला मेरे को डायमंड चाहिए, तो हमने डायमंड में दिमाग लगाया.
Correct.
हम तो गोल्ड कड़े पे ही फोकस कर रहे थे. So that's how it happened. Then we started doing our R&D and we started working on bringing the gold weight down.
Okay.
Once we brought the gold weight down significantly, also we had to see to it कि बहुत ज़्यादा हल्का ना बन जाए, क्योंकि ultimately scripts हैं, crack नहीं होना चाहिए, scriptures टूट जाएंगे. So there was a lot that happened. And once we got the gold weight down significantly, like from a good 50 grams, we brought it down to 27, 28 grams. that is when people started finding interest
Yeah,
in
it
it.
got in a ticket size
We
range,
got
and
it
then
in a...
so you must have made a collection then of different pieces. So tell me different styles of what spiritual, because I'm sure our audience doesn't know that when spiritual jewelry, हम लोग actually से बात कर रहे हैं कि
जी, जी, जी.
affirmation or spiritual.
Yeah.
So give me a number, give me a quantification, जैसे जो what I can think of, because I even I don't know much about spiritual jewelry. What I can think about is maybe Rudraksha, Evil Eye, and all the are these also into some kind of spiritual jewelry collections?
So, of course, Evil Eye, Rudraksh, and everything is a part of our the kind of jewelry that we do. But the hero of our design aesthetics is the scripture.
Scripture. So,
Yeah.
are there more people, more players doing this?
Very frankly, when we were one of the first movers,
Wow.
10-12 years back.
Kudos.
In fact, a lot of big major showrooms started replicating us.
Wow.
Yeah. So पहले मैं बहुत emotional हो
वो ना
जाती
वो
थी.
डायलॉग है ना गुरु का, जब दूसरे आपको कॉपी करने लग जाए तब समझ लो आप प्रगति कर रहे हो, ऐसी बात हो गई है.
In fact, what happened was initially I used to take it very emotionally. Like मुझे बहुत बुरा लगता था because when something is a passion project, then you also become very emotional about it.
Yeah, correct. Never get too attached.
Yeah, but I was younger at that time. But what had also happened then was
younger. It's a PDA show, Priya.
Yeah.
You're still young, don't you?
No, a younger. So, anyways, coming back, what had happened was, in fact, when bigger showrooms started replicating me, our work, there were people who started visiting me just to see कि कौन है ये लड़की जिसको showroom copy कर रहा है.
Separate fan base हो गया.
Fan base, I mean, not like a fan base, but of course it was something that was different. And see, whenever you bring something different and new in the market,
obviously innovation is the key to success.
Yeah, anything you bring something different and new in the market, people are intrigued, they are inquisitive, and they
so in marketing
you
know about this, right? Every time you see the word, there's only one word which works on a marketing strategy, which is the word new. Every time, everything, even they are selling cars, they're not changing the engine or anything. New facelift, that's it. It's a new car. It's a new. So that thing really works all the time.
Yeah. I
the
totally
oldest
agree.
trick is using the word new.
Yeah. So now it's like, it's been almost 7 years that this has been a hero product. People from, I have not even met maybe 50% of my clients.
Really?
It's only by word of mouth, by referrals,
You're
phone
that
calls,
pricey, huh?
video calls. No, they're not from Bombay. They're not from Bombay,
So how do they reach out to you? References?
See, obviously, we know how jewelry works, So it is majorly because of referrals.
Mouth to mouth.
And of course, we do have a very active Instagram page. However, we do get a lot of new followers and new leads through Instagram. But it's at the end of it, it's a very strong referral that will convert someone who's not even going to meet me. Who's maybe sitting in the US or the UK.
So the product sells by itself.
The product,
the product.
So this product has served Nirvair for more than 7 years. But again, it has become... it does get tougher and it gets more challenging. You have to keep innovating. You can't just... So we have... Like, I was in fact just doing the permutation combination like a few months back. I'm like, how many styles do I really have?
That's what I asked you. So how many do you have? You've not answered that question.
If I bring the little customizations and variations together...
Forget customization. We'll categorize that as one.
We have at least 95 variations.
Variations. Okay.
And if you say styles, then we have at least... 20 to 20.
That's big.
We have 20 styles. Yeah. Just in scripted kadas.
But are these men and women mixed
Most
styles?
of them are unisex. Are gender neutral. I mean, that's the new word. Sorry. Yeah.
But unisex hota hai,
huh?
They can use the
the new word is gender neutral. Yeah.
Yeah, please.
Yeah. So, most of them are gender neutral. And of course, some of them are majorly for women. Also, women are the ones who want to spend more on jewelry. So
obviously.
Yeah. So we do cater to...
but I have... am I missing it, or I haven't seen Rudraksh incorporated in your jewelry yet?
No, we have incorporated Rudraksh in jewelry. But as I said, Parag, the gemstone is not the hero of our product.
No, particularly Rudraksh I'm talking about, because it is considered into the spiritual category. It has a lot of
course,
benefits.
of course.
A lot of
See,
things.
again, I don't get into that thing of benefits.
Got it. Yes. But don't you think getting that angle serves a greater purpose also? Because if you study these Rudraksha and these things, and moreover, if you see our generation, nobody's religious these days. They're educated people. They're getting more spiritual than being religious. So all this is connected to spirituality in some way. So would you not like to consider
as I said, it is a part of a collection. It is not the hero of our collection.
Okay.
It's there, but it will be supported with some scripture.
Mm-hmm.
The scripture will be the hero of the design. And the second thing is, Parag, I don't believe that something exterior helps you get better.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe that. So I will not sell that. It's as simple
basically
as
the
that.
idea of benefits you will not sell.
I will not sell anything that
Is not a proven.
that makes you feel or that makes you believe that this exterior force
is going to change.
Is going to help me or
help
change
me. Yeah,
Yes.
help me in any
For
way.
me, it's inner work. It's always
And
inner
it
work.
cannot be measured and quantified, so it
Cannot
goes
be.
controversial.
Yes,
Correct.
cannot be. I don't want to, because maybe at a personal front, I have seen people, like person in with very close family. Maybe I have seen people delve so deep into that belief.
So those could be like placebos, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so do you have any experiences or customer experiences, feedback sharing with you? Please share those.
So this was my first exhibition. Again, long back. It's been at least 8 or 9 years. It was in Kanpur. और वो exhibition मैंने बस इसलिए कर ली थी क्योंकि मेरी friend who's into clothes वो जा रही थी. My friend who's into clothes. No, she's from Delhi.
अच्छा.
She's from Delhi.
वही क्योंकि clothes बोला ना, सुपारी में होती है.
Clothes.
सुपारी नहीं, कानपुर के लोग ना, दो ही काम है. एक सीए वाला होता है और एक सुपारी वाला.
So she was going to Kanpur for her for an exhibition. She was participating. So I'm like, chal company ho jayegi. So I went with her. So that's how Kanpur was my first exhibition ever. And because this product was so new, and again, what happens in the tier 2, tier 3 cities is they needed to become a hero in the metropolitans first. बॉम्बे की डिजाइनर है, दिल्ली की डिजाइनर है, वो बहुत जरूरी है.
बम्बई से आया मेरा दोस्त वैसे हो गया.
तब तक वो नहीं हुआ था. तब तक वो हुआ नहीं था. So I remember this one auntie and her daughter looked like her daughter. They came, they loved the product. They saw the scripture and everything. And I remember it was a Muslim client and we had something inscripted in Arabic.
Wow, okay.
Yeah. And she loved it and she appreciated it. And then she went like, लेकिन ये पहनने से होता क्या है? आप बताइए ये पहनने से होता क्या है? And me being very young but still being very
honest,
being younger but still being very honest, I went like
कुछ नहीं होता.
कुछ नहीं होता है. It is basically a part of you. It is basically something that you truly believe in, and you are what's the word for it? You're adorning something that you truly believe in. So if when you are wearing it, you're wearing a part of you, like how you put on a tattoo.
Correct.
It's a part of you, maybe for life, right?
Of course.
Yeah. So
every tattoo has a story.
Yeah, you are not going to
just go ahead and chal bhai ek
you're
cheetah
not just going to randomly
no. There's a thought behind it.
There is
there's significance. Yeah.
So it's exactly the same thing with this. So I feel I created value in jewelry that is beyond just being an investment. It's more about this piece of jewelry is an emotional investment. It is something that you are going to hold close to yourself. So for me, the scripted Nirvair
is a story. It's like a tattoo. It's like owning a souvenir.
It's you. It's basically you. It's a part of you. It's a part of your faith. It's a part of. But there are people who have such touching stories. Okay.
Please share.
There is, I remember this lady from Amritsar who called me, and she made me inscribe this verse on the Kada, and she was like, my late husband used to tell this to me very often.
Mm-hmm.
and I want this to be with
Inscribed,
me
yeah.
always.
Mm-hmm. And
And
what was
she
it?
got that. I can't, put that
Oh,
out.
really?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
very
okay.
personal to her.
And maybe in some contextual way you can.
So, what was inscribed was,
Not the exact words, but maybe the message.
I'll tell you, yeah. So
Yeah.
it's basically, what he used to tell her out of love.
Okay.
In their moments
Address her
together.
Okay,
In
wow.
their moments together,
Uh-huh.
what he used to tell
Address
her out
her.
of love very frequently.
Wow, this is so PDA.
And she's a young girl. She must be in her 40s.
Yeah.
And she got that inscribed on her kada. Then there was another lady, this very recent thing during COVID. And it was how when your mother passes away, तो आपको एक उनके यहाँ jewelry का एक piece मिलता है या याददाश्त मिलती है, whatever. And it must be an old bangle or something like that, and she just went like, Priya, I want you to use this gold itself.
Yeah.
And I want you to inscribe
How
this.
do you do that in jewelry, bro?
So
casting machine में तो सब साथ में जाता है.
Sometimes
You actually did that?
Sometimes we do that. Yeah, if there is an emotional quotient to it. If there's an emotional quotient to it, then we do that.
It's so difficult to do it, man.
Yeah. But that's the point of being highly customizable. See, there is a reason why
people come to you, and not go to brands.
There is a reason why people come to me, and there's a reason why we have not focused too much on being highly scalable.
Correct.
We have the potential. The product has the potential, but we know at the end of it, the customer is coming to us for customization and personalization.
Yes.
They want to connect.
Correct.
I mean, imagine someone
this is too deep connection, yeah.
Yeah, imagine someone being open enough and comfortable enough to come and tell me that, this is what my mother gave and I want to create a cut out of this with this inscription. That's her story. I mean, I'm like, which other kind of jewelry makes you do
Nothing. मैक्सिमम लोग नाम लिखाते हैं भाई पर्सनलाइज ज्वेलरी में तो आजकल वो इनिशियल लिखा दो नाम लिखा दो तो आपके तो यहाँ पे मतलब ये कॉफी मग में भी सब स्क्रिप्चर्स हैं तो आई वाज गोइंग टू आस्क यू लाइक एवरीथिंग इज स्क्रिप्टेड सो यू आर सो हैंड्स ऑन टू एवरीथिंग इज स्क्रिप्चर्स नॉट पर्सनलाइज्ड
यस सो पर्सनलाइजेशन इज अ पार्ट ऑफ इट See, personalization तो हो ही गई. कोई अपना स्क्रिप्चर मेरे को दे रहा है लिखने के लिए and there are some people who take only their initials or horoscopes and all of that, but very frankly, Parag, you know it. Yeah. You are doing it. Yeah. Who's not doing it?
Exactly.
Like,
everyone is, yeah.
That is something that is
everyone,
out there.
Yeah.
How do I continue to stand? मैंने 10 साल पहले एक product launch कर लिया. टिकना भी है ना. I have to keep standing out. Yeah. So बहुत tempting.
You anyway stand out tall, Priya.
Thank you.
That's the reason I'm not having this podcast standing with you.
So yeah, coming back, it's very tempting to get into something that's that will get us more sales.
But do you get questions like, related to superstitions and people asking you questions like, can we go to the washroom with this? Or, these must be, and this is just coming to my mind with, so many gods, people wearing religious and spiritual things.
So see,
what are limitations basically?
If I get a question like this, I will never tell them what to do or what not to do.
No, obviously it's not about you. So, I'm asking, do people ask you such questions? How do you handle that?
See, again, I think a lot of this is rooted from where I come and the kind of childhood that I have, okay, from the culture that I belong to. Now, in our culture, we are always wearing a kada.
Correct.
एक स्टील कड़ा हमने हमेशा पहना ही हुआ है, राइट?
भगवान का लॉकेट और पेंडेंट भी तो पहनते ही हैं हम.
वो तो पहना ही है, लेकिन हमारे में तो कस्टम, लाइक वी फॉर अस इट्स लाइक how are you identified as a sardar if you're not wearing a pagdi? मतलब आपने कड़ा तो पहना ही है. Now everyone across cultures is also wearing the kada. So because हमने as a कल्चर हमेशा कड़ा पहना है, सो हमारे लिए हमारा कड़ा, हम सुबह उठते थे, हम कड़े को किस करते थे, पाठ करना है तो कभी एग्जाम लिख रहे आंसर नहीं आता है, कड़े को देख के प्रे कर रहे हैं,
doesn't that count as cheating? भाई हमारा डायरेक्ट कनेक्शन.
What kind of cheating are you talking about, Parag?
कम ऑन. स्कूल टाइम में ना पेपर में देखना ही चीटिंग होता था. एडल्टहुड में चीटिंग इज समथिंग एल्स. और जिम में जाने वालों के
नहीं देखो यार, मैं वो टाइप की स्टूडेंट थी जो ऐसे करके पेपर लिखती थी.
अच्छा, हम तो कैलकुलेटर के पीछे लिखते थे.
नहीं मैं तो छुपाती थी कि कोई नहीं देख सकता.
लेकिन टेल मी, व्हाट्स द सिग्निफिकेंस ऑफ kada in? Why do you look at it as the
So again, I feel a lot of things that we do now is because our parents.
Correct.
There is a deeper answer to it that the kada stands for this and kada stands for that.
हमारे टाइम में बचपन में क्वेश्चंस नहीं पूछ सकते थे ना.
हाँ, I think मम्मी पापा ने बोल दिया that kada है, ये religious है, इसको मानना है, मान लिया. That is it. That's how it was. Now this is going to be delving too deep into the history of Sikhism and all.
No, I'm just asking on the.
So for me, I'll say personally, for me, why the kada had become very important for me is because my parents told me that it's an important part of us. Okay. Of course, it is a part of the 5 cores of Sikhism and all. I'm not going to delve deep into that. It's going to get too serious.
Yeah, I know.
It's going to get too serious. So now coming back to your question, about going to the washroom and all. So मेरे लिए तो मैं
it's a part of you.
It's a part of me.
Yeah, so the question only doesn't arise.
Yeah, so अभी जिनको ये question आ रहा है, ठीक है? So I say
you do it as per convenience.
You do it as per your
whatever
convenience.
Makes you happy.
Whatever makes you happy. If you still want it, you still want options for it, then don't write something out of a religious
godly thing. Yeah, perfect.
Don't write affirmations. I love affirmations personally.
Makes sense.
Affirmations like love, family, gratitude. There are so many, empowerment, faith. आप मत लिखो. आप religious मत लिखाओ. You can absolutely, like I said, sabra shukra. It's not religious.
Correct. So
you can just have something like this written. And sometimes I feel अगर आप बहुत strongly एक चीज को नहीं मानना चाहते तो मत मानो. मत पहनो फिर. It's okay.
Of course.
There are a lot of other ways to also.
But do you find in your customer base that people, like, you could sense it, right? Of course, you're not promoting it in any way that this is going to do any good or solve any problem of yours. But do you see or observe that customers are coming with a pre-notion of नहीं इनको हमको ये करवा दो, ये ठीक रहेगा, ऐसे कुछ होता है?
You mean to say having this?
Yes, like the they must. You are not promoting it, I get it, but are there customers who believe? Yes, with that belief, are there people who buy it?
Not.
That's good then, because that shows a progressive India. Because I think India में सबसे ज़्यादा बिकता है astrological color stones. Because if यहाँ पे तो आप किसी को भी यही बोल दो कि आपकी ये problem ये solve कर देगा, people want to try.
So of course, customers come to me for astrological stones, and it's not that we don't cater to them. We do cater to them. We do source it for them. We do supply it to them. But as I said, we don't sell it off the rack. Like
that's not your focus, I guess.
That's not my focus again.
Yeah.
And I really do believe in the power of words and in the power of positive words. That's something that I believe in.
Yeah. That's why you're selling scriptures.
Yeah. So that's what it is about.
So what do you think, like, with changing world now, lab-grown diamonds, which we do so much coming in.
Yeah.
So do you ever think that you would be promoting that with scriptures?
Promoting, I don't know. See, again,
but having it in, of course, you would not refuse a business, but
again, I am not someone. I believe in being flexible. The plus point of being small is that you can be flexible at the same time. And the only thing with lab-grown diamonds right now, I feel, is that the market and practicality for lab-grown diamonds is for the bigger stones.
Correct. Absolutely correct.
Yeah. Yes. And our product line
doesn't have a lot of solitaires.
Yes. Our product line, we are not using solitaires. We are using more of the 2 cents, 3 cents, 5 cents, 10 cents.
Correct. Those don't make sense in lab-grown diamonds anyways.
It's not going to make sense to incorporate it in our current line of jewelry, current design aesthetics.
Correct.
Yeah. Of course, it is a very, lab-grown diamonds have created such a wave, and it is a very interesting genre to kind of explore. As of now, we want to stay focused on natural diamonds. There's a lot of business we could have gotten even with American diamonds back then, but we said no to it.
Correct.
Yeah. So, because also we want to maintain a certain standard of the product. Now again, coming back to that, lab-grown diamonds is something worth exploring. Yes. As of now, we
don't plan.
We want to focus
but you're
on
open
natural
to it.
diamonds.
Just correct.
If we feel that the customer wants it from us.
Correct.
Yes. Again, it's not going to be on our racks for now. Never say never. It's not going to be on our racks for now.
Never say never.
Yeah. But for the time being, we want to see what our customers want, and for now they're not looking for lab growns from us. Also, I feel lab grown has got to do a lot with discrete buying right now.
It's changing.
It's changing.
It's changing. Yeah, of course, there are certain set of customers who will like, you are never taking a name again.
Yes.
It should not reflect
Yes.
anyway. Of
Yes.
course, that's there.
So it's a lot of discrete buying as of now, and I feel because, as I said, most like I have clients across the globe by referrals. So अगर किसी को discrete buying करनी है तो वो शायद अभी मेरे पास lab grown के लिए नहीं आएंगे.
Correct, because एक तो आपके सब ये
references
relatives references हैं.
It is not only relatives, of course.
वहाँ पे हमें बहुत फायदा मिलता है. Literally हमें लोग आके बोलते हैं हमारे फैमिली ज्वेलर से हम नहीं ले सकते क्योंकि वो सबको बता देगा. So there they come to us.
Exactly.
Because we are completely new and we are not going to tell
yeah.
anyone.
So I think, Parag, it's also about understanding as a business where you need to say no.
That's in general in life, I think.
Yes, because business mil jayega.
Correct.
But the longevity of that business and then the goodwill you're creating. And I'm not saying that there's no goodwill in lab growns or Americans and there's a lot of goodwill in natural. मैं वो बोल ही नहीं रही हूँ. For me, it is that my customer should not get confused when he or she is coming to me.
Correct.
That's about it. So because we have been so firm about not doing American diamonds, not doing lab growns, on the face of it and all of that. So the customer knows that, they know that they're coming to us for purity. They know they are coming to us for authenticity. They are coming to us for the goodwill that we have created over these years. And the customer is coming to us for off-the-beat designs.
Right.
They're coming to us for that. So right now we want to stick to being a niche. We are very happy being a niche. We don't want to, become mass or that as of now. So देखी जाएगी. फिलहाल natural में बहुत खुश है.
But how do you add to more products of innovation? What is your focus of increasing more product line in your category of scriptures or increasing the customer base?
Of course, customer base we तो increase करने. We are always looking at increasing sales, right?
Right.
That is something that
so
either you increase your market or either you increase your product line in a way where the same customer has enough to come back to you for.
Right.
Or either you do both. So of course, to reach a greater market, my focus right now is to expand the product line. I want to be known a brand that is for thoughtful jewelry, for thoughtful luxury, in fact. For thoughtful luxury. So whether it is scriptures, gemstones, we have off late started focusing a little on carvings. A little bit on carvings. That's what we are kind of exploring,
You mean carvings as in any monumental
carvings
or historical
sculptures.
History, are you referring to history?
Carvings as in just very simple. Basically, our Indian customers, they are very simple,
Correct.
They want like Ganesha carvings, Buddha carvings.
But all these carvings and such kind of work is so much appreciated abroad.
Yeah.
India में तो labor की value नहीं करते, services की value नहीं करते, and such kind of things. So don't you want to explore the export market or any other country where you could do this customization for?
So we already have a very strong clientele outside India.
Canada.
Actually, yeah. So US,
you could
UK,
explore Canada.
Yeah. US, UK, Canada, and UAE.
Every one of you is there. Right?
So they are very strong markets for us already. Of course, exploring and expanding further is something, that we have to tap these markets further, of course.
Right.
And as I said, most of it has happened. अभी तक हमें घर बैठे बैठे काम मिला है. हमें कहीं जाने की अभी तक ज़रूरत नहीं मिली है.
Very nice.
But of course, in the future, as I said, it's getting more and more challenging. And today, I know this one thing that why people come to me. It's very important to understand that what people will come to you for and what they will not come to you for.
Right.
So it's a beautiful example, Parag. So one of my trips to Europe, I had visited Piaget. And I was speaking to the sales girl there, and she was showing me, their watches and their bracelets and jewelry and all of that. And I asked her, so don't you do wedding bands, wedding rings or engagement rings? I don't see any of those here. She's like, we do it on commission. But tell me one thing, why would someone come
And
to
ask you,
Piaget?
yeah,
Why would someone come to Piaget for an engagement ring? They would go to Harry Winston across the road.
absolutely, or Graph or anyone, yeah.
And I was like, wow, that's confidence.
Yeah.
They are not interested in. I mean, it's okay for them if the customer is going to that
Correct.
store across the road.
Yeah.
They know.
That's building the community. That's building a powerful community.
Yes.
That defining yourself.
They're not insecure if they're going, if their customer is coming to them for these two things and is going to Harry Winston or a Graph for that one thing.
Yeah, that's what, for what you do, everyone should come to you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
that itself is a big one.
It was then that I got this learning, the power to say no, the power to focus on your strengths, on what you are good at.
Correct. What you are good at.
Today, it's very tempting for me to even do Rudraksh and even do this, that. As I said, I can make that the hero. I can do great sales with that.
Correct.
But it will dilute what my customer is coming to me for.
Correct.
Parag, मैं बोलूँ मैं आज outsource करके जो हमारे बैंड्रा में और हर जगह जो ज्वेलरी मिलती है ना, मैं 5 पीसेस रख दूँ ना अपने कस्टमर के पास. They tell me straight off.
ये आप क्या करने लगे? इसलिए थोड़ी आए आपके पास.
We don't come to you for this. For this we go to Waterfield Road.
Correct.
Getting it? We don't come to you for this.
Correct.
We come to you to see something unique, something thoughtful, something that we can relate and resonate with.
Correct.
Simple. So for me, it's a simple thing. I have 100 rupees. I have to see what kind of inventory I want to make in those 100 rupees.
Correct.
It's as simple as that. And
Absolutely.
I have understood that the client is coming to me for thoughtful, spiritual, semi-affordable, semi-luxury jewelry. That is what they're coming to me for. And that is what I'm going to sell to them.
No, that's wonderful. It's so nice to know that when you're focused and when you believe in that, when you do what you do the best. So in one of the other episodes I was just talking about this, that instead of asking कि किस चीज में scope अच्छा है, ask yourself what am I good at.
And you know what your customer tells you. So 2 years, ये भी आपको कैसे पता चलता है? देखो, you have to keep trying. So for 2 years, we did introduce we introduced very strong collections which were not spiritual. They did well, but not the way
spiritual does.
Spiritual, thoughtful, semi-luxury jewelry does for us. So we have to understand that, okay, fine, I cannot be restricted to just spiritual. So hence we have expanded ourselves to semi-luxury. We have extended ourselves rather to the semi-luxury segment. Ki price point ye hai.
Correct.
No one is going to come to me for a bridal, and I'm okay with that.
But that's the biggest market. Don't you want to tap it?
There are a lot of people capping that market.
Correct.
And this is a huge market too.
Yeah.
Semi-luxury, semi-affordable jewelry is a huge market. Okay? And I have the power to focus on that. For me, I am that Piaget. Go buy the bridal from whomever you want.
Yeah. We can work on commissions if you want.
Go buy that from whoever you want. But when you want to buy something to gift someone,
you will come here.
Yes, when you want to buy something thoughtful, when you want to buy something spiritual, when you want to buy something that someone customizable, when you want to buy something that the other person will keep for life.
It's like a souvenir jewelry.
Yes, and will think 10 times before melting that piece of jewelry.
Absolutely.
That even if it ever goes out of fashion.
Yeah, you know that the such spiritual or religious jewelry, like even we do in our factory, a lot of people, they come to melt the old gold. Our karigars just refuse to melt gods.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, really. Wow. So, like in so many, I'm not so religious. I'm spiritual, but not religious. So, I don't put a thought in that.
Yeah.
But my karigars, they refuse. So, like you said, they will not melt. They'll think so much before melting.
That is the other thing with scriptures.
Yeah.
They're
destroying it.
With scriptures, the other thing is, when there are sculptures, वो होता है कि यार आप भगवान को मेल्ट कर रहे हो, भगवान को तोड़ रहे हो. Scriptures के साथ ना वो वाली फीलिंग नहीं आती है. You know, I'm telling you, I feel
No, I know
words are
भगवान के
very
तो वो तो
internal.
गणपति को भी हम डुबाते ही हैं या विसर्जन
Exactly,
करते ही हैं, तो
yeah.
फिर वो
So
तो
मैं वही बोल रही ना,
सब चीज के लोग हैं.
what did I tell you in the beginning?
Yeah.
Religion is a matter of convenience.
It's a matter of
It's a
convenience.
matter of
अब तो ज्यादा हो गया
हाँ,
एक्चुअली.
हाँ.
पहले फिर भी कुछ बाउंड्रीज बनाने के लिए था,
हाँ.
and it was like a mass hypnotism. It is still a mass
Yeah,
hypnotism.
yeah.
Otherwise, people will go mad
Yeah.
if religion is not followed, and people into a different hierarchy will start behaving
Of course,
differently.
it keeps us grounded also.
Yes, and in
Yes.
control.
Yes.
Which is the
Yes.
most important
Yes.
thing, and which is why it was there. But लोगों के अपने agendas आ जाते हैं बीच में.
See, कहीं ना कहीं मैं बोलूँगी my religion has of course played a part.
It set values.
In,
It set values.
Yeah, it
100%.
has played a part. Like
In our
okay,
programming, everything. Yeah.
like if you say I believe a lot in scriptures and not idols, is because I come from a culture where idolization is not accepted.
Yeah.
We are not supposed to look at our gurus as idols. We are supposed to follow the Guru Granth Sahib Ji. So
Correct.
Guru Granth Sahib Ji is a holy book full of words.
Yeah.
You know?
So it's about scriptures.
It's about scriptures. For
Yeah.
me, I can look outside the window and pray. I don't need a figure in front of me.
No, scriptures are very important. So because words and every letter you write is a thought.
Yeah. Oh, you have done graphology.
Yeah, that's what.
You
So
have
it just
studied
reminded
graphology.
me.
Yeah. So you know the connection.
It's so powerful.
Yeah.
In fact, off late I just recently started again practicing the curves and everything, because you will be amazed at the results of what a power of handwriting is.
Yes, yes.
Because it is a printout of your mental process, of your thought process.
Yeah.
So each letter is a thought. So each scripture, what you talk about, is a thought.
Yeah.
And each thought connects to different thought and forms a word. A word forms a sentence.
Yeah.
And it is a complete
Yeah.
mindset,
Yeah.
what you can see on a paper.
Yeah.
So what is success? It is your mindset which makes you successful, right?
Yeah.
Life is all about the choices that you make.
Yeah, totally.
So depending on the choice, what choice you'll make is depending on your mindset.
Yeah.
If your mindset is right, you'll make the right choices and right things will happen to you.
Yes, and at the end of it, it is the words you say to yourself and speak to yourself.
Absolutely.
I have also studied a little bit of graphology.
You have? Really?
At a very,
you never spoke about it, yeah?
Yeah, very intermediate level, like not even like foundational level, not even intermediate. Very foundational level, I have studied graphology, so I do understand the science behind it a little. And absolutely, it's, you know, that's the reason why हम सब ने बोला है ना, don't put a negative word in front of things that you really want to do. Like, you know, don't say that I don't want to fall down. Say that I will walk straight. You know,
वो दिन में 2 बार तथास्तु होता ही है ना वैसे.
हाँ, exactly. The reason why I said, you know, for me, Nirvair at one point was without fear, without hate. But I realized that when we translate it to without fear, without hate, we are focusing on fear and hate at the end of the day.
Right.
So I changed the words for myself. So for me now it means full of faith, full of love. It means the same thing.
It means the same thing, but the approach and perception changes.
Yes.
It's like the half-filled water.
Yes. Because, you know, someone told me that, but you are not fearless. You have your fears. And I'm like, we all have our
छिपकली से
fears.
तो सभी डरती हैं लड़की.
Okay.
So are you referring to that?
You know, this is the problem of doing podcasts with friends. They reveal too much out. Yes, I'm scared of lizards. Okay.
Are you proud of it?
I am proud of who I am. Absolutely. Yeah. Totally.
So I think we've got great insights about, and we've spoken. Is there anything you want to share more about? And we've missed out something that the audience should know about spiritual jewelry and the journey, what you have.
So I would just like to tell the audience now, because you're asking me from the mindset of spirituality, is whatever you follow, whatever you have your faith or belief in, believe in things that help you become more liberal, you know, that help you lead a more liberal life rather than, you know, caging you further. So I think that is what religion and spirituality, or whatever you want to call it, you know, whatever faith, belief, religion, spirituality we are talking about, whatever you truly believe in should really help you liberate rather than cage yourself. That's it.
Great.
Even if it's my jewelry, don't allow it to cage yourself. Like, don't become superstitious about whatever you're
I think
wearing.
Superstitions cage you.
Yes, superstitions cage you. So just enjoy yourself, have fun. Life is supposed to be enjoyed.
Absolutely.
Yes.
No, I think it's a great session. And Priya, once again, thank you for
Parag, for having
letting me host you for this.
Yes, and it's been really difficult for me to be so well spoken and well behaved with you.
No, I appreciate it.
It's been the toughest 1 hour of my life.
Really? No, I'm just appreciating because you took time from the demonetization type of phase and you have people lined up outside with the pink notes. I hear. And
no,
so
we are not
you want them
accepting.
to
We are not accepting any 2,000 rupee notes, guys. No, don't come to me for that. Go to Fiona for that.
No, we'll see. All right. So I think we'll conclude here, and the audience should wait for the next podcast. It's going to be a very interesting one, and I will let you know who is it is with.
Is it who I think it is?
I wish. You wish. Anyways. So let's
Thank you.
end it here.